Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony for Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at NECA's giant-sized Leonardo, part of the Cartoon Ninja Turtles series, or whatever you want to call it, line of figures. And it's basically the same as the previous two that I reviewed. We have, what was that? I think we had Donatello and Raphael already. It's the same thing, but this time it's blue and has an L on it. But we're going to do a quick review on it in case you guys want to see how it turned out. Too big for a display, or for the rotating display stand, and the packaging isn't much to look at, so we're just going to kind of get this out of the way. It is nice packaging for being gigantic, but unless you have the world's largest collection room, I'm guessing you're not keeping figures this big in the packaging. So let's move that and start talking about the figure. The first thing I want to note is this guy did not have any issue with the nose rubbing on the package, so that's a good thing. They seem to have addressed that, because I know at least one of the previous ones had that problem. I think both, so that's pretty good. Okay, now this guy stands, he's 15 inches tall. I lost my tape measure for things that are bigger than 12 inches. So I'll go get that and then... Okay, this guy stands, yep, almost exactly 15 inches. That's gonna be about 38 centimeters, give or take, so that's good scaling. Or good sizing. They're accurate to what they advertise. Here he is up against a Marvel Legends figure. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the aesthetic. It's very clean. The two-tone paint job works nicely. The shell painted very well. Not perfect, but definitely well enough. The strap is a different color from the shell, so I like that. The blues are good, no problem there. I like the cleanliness of this part here, that's good. The only real blemish I have, because even the black lines are pretty much all where I want them to be. The only real problem I have is right here. There's some kind of discoloration on the top of the hand that maybe they tried to paint, or it's just some kind of weird scuff on the plastic. But otherwise, it does look really good. No problems with the aesthetic. Sculpt is good, paints are good, no problem there. I don't think many people are buying these big figures to put them in crazy dynamic poses, but we'll get to the articulation in a minute. So aesthetically speaking, I guess it's exactly what it's supposed to be, minus a few short things, a few small things. So 9 out of 10, looks pretty good. Now, as far as accessories go, we do still have the interchangeable face options. So you get two tops of the head. You get one with neutral eyes / happy eyes, and then the angry eyes, and you get three lower options, which would be the smiling face, the angry face, and then the open mouth face. Pretty cool that you get to swap those around. I definitely have some weird problems on the paint job on mine. I don't know what's going on there, but luckily it's on the back of the head. But you get those. You get the two gripping hands that come out in the package, then a variety of other style pose hands. You do, of course, get his swords. The blades are just pure white. I wish there was at least a little bit of gray on the edge, or silver, or something to make it look more 3D. That's not great. Get the turtle communicator, which does open up, and it looks pretty nice. I like that. Two pieces of pizza, which have the tabs to connect them into one big pizza with the other figures. I don't know why they made them connect, but they do. And then lastly, you get like a little wanted poster type thing. So not the craziest spread of accessories, but it's there. I mean, they're all there, I guess. So I'll go 8 out of 10 just because you get the extra head pieces. That's pretty cool. I do think some more hand pieces would be nice, like fist hands or painted swords and that kind of stuff. Could be better, but it's not bad. The bandana does swap from head to head. By the way, you only get the one piece. And they don't have different sculpts on them because it's articulated up here. So let's get into the articulation and see how this guy functions. Guessing not great, but I don't remember the other ones really that much. So we have ball pegs in the neck and head. Trying to get him to look down actually does work pretty well. Takes a little bit of force, but you can do it. Looking up, not really going to happen. But the ball peg on the neck does afford pretty decent range. It's gonna get the job done. I'm okay with that. And then this does rotate and have a hinge, and has a hinge. It have it. So it's okay. This is a little cumbersome looking, but it is okay. And it does stick in really low on the head, so it doesn't actually look like it's connected to the rest of the bandana, but it's okay. Shoulders are your standard shoulders that go up almost to horizontal, but not quite. And then, of course, as far as rotation goes, the shell parts are going to get in the way. So you want to leave the arm out a little bit, but then you do get your rotation. So that is fine. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow. We have the bandana connected to the outer elbow. Bandana. Oh my goodness. Whatever you want to call this thing, connected to the outer elbow. And then this piece is soft and flexible, but I suspect it'll still get in the way. Let's see. Yeah, but not so bad. You're going to get a little bit better than 90 depending on how you finagle that, so it's okay. It'll probably be good enough. And then for the wrist, you get your swivel and your hinge. Horizontal hinge on the sword holding hands, that is super annoying because it shouldn't be. You do have the old diaphragm joint in here, which is basically worthless. It wiggles around and technically can rotate, I think, but you're not really going to be able to do anything with it, so it should just not be in there. As far as the hips go, we get the ratchet hips that they give on their big figures, which are awesome. No problem at all with those hips. Bringing them forward going to be a problem because of this shell, even though it is flexible. Let's see. So it does flex out of the way pretty well, but it starts to look pretty weird, and if you want to keep going, it's going to look even weirder, but you can pose them, so that's a good thing. Your mileage may vary depending on if your paint wants to transfer or not, so good luck with that. But they do work. Thigh swivels are stuck. This one wants to go a little bit. This one doesn't want to go at all. This one's working a little bit. They should work though. I remember them working, so... Huh, that's weird. Mine don't want to move. For the knees, you get rotation up here, which you're never really going to use, but it's there, and then you get your fixed hinge down here. As far as range goes... Ooh. Plenty of range. No problem at all with this guy. I don't feel like much of it's going to break either. The hips, maybe, if you really try to force that thigh swivel that doesn't want to go, you could snap something, but so far I haven't had any issues. The feet go back nicely, and then they go forward nicely too, and then decent ankle rocker. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it is a cartoon Ninja Turtle figure, so we didn't really expect there to be much range in terms of posability. But I'd say it's definitely gonna, careful, it's definitely gonna be good enough for what it is. I don't think anybody's buying these to put them in Spider-Man poses. You can pose them, but don't expect to do a whole lot, which I'm guessing you weren't. So, should be okay. I'll give the articulation a 7. Nothing special, but adequate. So there it is. It's a nice, large-scale, kind of nostalgia-based release because they did make those big figures back in the day, and it doesn't disappoint. It doesn't really impress, other than it's a big Ninja Turtle figure, but it doesn't really have to. It's just kind of, it's in that sweet spot of good enough. I'm not disappointed, so it's okay. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I'm going to give this guy an overall rating of 7 out of 10. It's perfectly adequate. And there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.